Welcome back to Tam's Classy Creations, the channel where we break down projects so even a beginner can do it. Hello friends! Today is the 9th video of my Christmas series, Last Minute DIY Gift Ideas, Day 4. Today's video would be a terrible gift for a person, but your dog will certainly love it. If you have a cat, they probably won't like the toy. But I won't leave them out. The next video, Day 3, will be for them. For all of you with dogs, leave their breed and name in the comments and I'll select one of them to receive the toy I make in the video. I hope you're all staying warm out there and are ready for Christmas. Thank you all for stopping by. Let's get into the video. Supplies we need for the dog toys. We need some strips of fleece, some strips of t-shirts, any old ones, anything. Now, I cut my strips around 3 inches, but occasionally I make them skinnier. Let me explain. So this one was made with a really thin fleece. It's really a nice and soft, but it's thin. So I did cut them 3 inches wide, my strips. Now for this one, this is a really heavy fleece. I cut my strips 3 inches wide and it makes for a really big one. Now, this fleece was kind of in the middle, not really heavy, a medium weight. So I cut my strips 1.5 inches to see what I could come up with, much smaller. Now here's just the t-shirt one, totally the same color, made with 3-inch strips. This one I did with a black, a blue, and 2 grays. So for each one you need 4 strips. So I'm going to make a t-shirt one. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So to start with, we need 4 strips. So we want to tie the 4 strips that we have. And another material that is pretty nice, we just want to do an overhand knot, is any kind of jersey. Anything with a little stretch that doesn't fray a lot would make a nice one. Now you can leave a long tail or a short tail, but really pull that. Okay, so I'm gonna go black, white, black, white. Now to start with, they're pretty long. So you have 4 strips. So this is what you want to do. You want to always make them go like this, one up, one down, and one each side. So what you're going to do is take your first one and you're going to loop over here. Now we're going to take this one. Now we have to loop back over what we looped over and one more. Okay, we'll repeat it. Then when we get to this one, we need to loop over this one that we're working on and the next one. Now we have this one and we have nowhere to loop. So what you want to do is you go in this hole, this loop that you created. So now you just want to pull them. And you almost can't do it wrong. Get it really tight. You want to make these tight. And that's what each tie ends up. I usually pull this way, even if it looks like it's not going to go right, it does if you did this right in the beginning. So we're going to go out here. We're going to take this one and we're going to loop over, okay? Now, remember we got to go over this one and over the next one. Then we'll take this one that we just went over, go back over where we just did, and over to this one. Now this one, we only have a loop, so we put it under the loop that we created. Now we just kind of pull it. Now I have pretty long ones. I usually don't have them this long. Even though it looks like it's not going to come out right now, we tied it right. I pulled the two opposites, and look at that. That's how easy. So let's lay our ties out, and we're going to go over this one. And as you get going, you'll see you loop the first one, and then it seems like you go over two. Okay, as you get going, take this one, see you're going over this and this one. So you're going over the one we did and one more. And this one comes in and under the loop. So let's just start pulling. Okay, and as you see here, that's how the center is always going to look. And it's starting to look nice. Okay, we'll do that again. So we'll loop over. It doesn't matter which one you start with. I haven't noticed it makes any difference. So loop over, and go into that little loop we created. And there we go again. Now when you've made your rope as long as you want it, or you've run out of room, I still have enough for a couple more, but make sure you leave enough room to do another overhead hand knot. So this is all you do to finish. And this one's going to be a little easier. Sometimes I struggle to get the knots. So you can cut some of these off to match or leave it the way it is. So this is my longest one. And if you want to put scraps of t-shirts together, you can stitch them together to make your 4 pieces longer. So this is what you can come up with, and will end up with once you tie some tie the knots, and they can actually be a little bit addicting, but there you go. That concludes video 9 of my Christmas series. I'm really hoping this series has given you all some ideas on gifts you can make for your loved ones and friends. We still have a few days left, so keep an eye out for those. I pray you all have a blessed day, and as always, see you in the next video.